I guess this is technically the first video we're going to be filming ever, so pardon us if we do anything wrong or anything like that. We already started opening this up, but this is the StowAway2 swing arm hitch container. 60 cubic inches, pretty big container. We started cracking it open just to make sure everything's here. You do have to sign for it, but we're just going to start getting everything off. The organization on this is actually really awesome. We have everything separated really well. Everything's really well constructed as far as I can see. Heavy duty stuff, everything's wrapped down really nicely. We're just gonna start getting some stuff set up and we'll be back in a second to show you what at least the hitch part looks like. All right, we got the back bracket on. This is the part that goes into the truck. It does come with a locking pin and a bracket holder to support everything. So it comes with those, so you don't need to order the extra ones. The next part that actually goes on is the swing arm. Obviously, I'm not showing you guys how to do it all because there's instructions in the box and there's 100 other people on YouTube that show you how to install something like this. So it's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to show you that we got it and it's legit and it's nice. Again, this is like super simple. It says like take 2 people, but you really only need 1 person who can pick up like a 30-pound piece of metal. Super simple so far. It's got everything in the box that it needs. It's a little windy, but such is working outside. I'm gonna get the swing arm on and then we'll check back in after that. All right, so I skipped a part. I forgot to film after we put on the bracket, but honestly, this should take you like 45 minutes at most to get the base thing installed. It's really not that super serious. So these bolts in here, this would be the only part that I would say you would want 2 people for, just because it is kind of a pain to position the box while trying to put the bolts on. It is very sturdy, I can say that. We just got to tighten a couple things down, but the installation, it's 3 parts. 1 part into your hitch, 1 part onto the hitch, and then the box into the hitch. Other than that, it's just like 12 bolts, I think, to put the whole thing together. It comes with a plug to plug it in for the lights to work. You have your 2 lights on here. It comes with an additional mount for your license plate, which I believe goes right here. The holes are not pre-drilled, so I think we have to re-drill those holes and put our license plate on the back because it does cover up our license plate. Super easy install. If you guys have any questions, let us know. It was like $1,100, I think, for the box. A lot of the videos that you see are from a few years ago. They're talking about like 800 bucks. It is not $800 anymore, but it does come with everything you need for the base model. You don't need anything additional. If you want, you can invest in an additional lock for the hitch lock, for the trailer lock. It comes with a pin lock, but if you want to buy a locking one, you can. Yeah, I mean, I would love to swing it out. We'll probably take another video later of us swinging it out, but my car's in the way for right now. But all right, we're back and we are filming the video of us swinging it out. If you can't tell, we're in a totally new location. We're not where we originally were. We're pretty far away. We're about 1,000 miles away from where we initially were. So I forgot to finish filming the video, even though I was reminded a bunch of times before leaving that we were supposed to finish filming the video, but that's okay because I can swing it out now. So swings out, super great. Everything's been working. Like I said, we've gone about 1,000 miles with it on the back of our bus. The major things that I wanted to go over having it is 100% waterproof, leak resistant, all that good stuff. It's added quite a bit of space to the back of the bus, which if you're thinking about parking and stuff like that, it does not impede parking as much as you think it might. I thought that it might be harder to find parking, but we still fit in a typical spot if we can back in and let it hang out over some grass or something like that, or over a sidewalk. It still works the way that it should. Obviously, we still have access to our back door. You know, everything's the same as it was. It swings out all the way. So if you have to, you know, get something into the back of your bus, because I know some people will put like bikes, like bicycles or things like that back here, and they need the ramps to get them in. This doesn't impede anything like that. So you still have full access to a door opening. It's great. I wouldn't keep food or anything like that in there. Technically, you can put ice in the bottom because there are drain plugs at the bottom. So if you want, you can fill it with ice and food. It's not like a rubber seal on the top. The way that it seals, let me show you real quick. So this piece here will sit into this piece. So it's not like an airtight seal. So I wouldn't recommend keeping ice in here for more than a couple hours because it's also a big black box that's just gonna get super hot in the sun. but it has been great for us. We didn't have access to setting up our lights. The 4-prong plug that it came with, we just don't have any auxiliary plugs to go to the back of the bus. No one ever set that up. So you cannot see the lights that come on this thing at night. We haven't had a problem with it. We haven't been pulled over or anything like that. You can still see the back lights, our brake lights, our turn signals, our running lights. You can still see the red from this running light and this brake light, but it is kind of blocked. The license plate light is not active, and we're from Florida, which it's illegal to have your license plate lights off. They do need to be active and running while you're operating your motor vehicles at night. We never got pulled over for it, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So another thing is you can buy a tailpipe cover for the bottom of this thing. It's like an L bracket almost that goes onto the bottom that keeps it from getting hot. I think it's like 60 or 70 bucks. We haven't had any issues running our tailpipe with this. Anyone that has a schoolie or a bigger bus that's thinking about something like this, there is a pretty good gap. It's almost a foot gap between the bottom of this and the tailpipe. If you have a diesel and you're planning on running your diesel for extended periods of time without moving, you know, it might be a consideration to get the plate. We have a gas bus, so we don't really sit with our bus on too much. We did just install a battery isolator, so we have been turning the bus on some nights when it's been dark to get some extra power. We'll go over that in a different video. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the StowAway2. It's a great product. It really has come in clutch for a lot of the things that we needed. What else can you ask for? It's more storage space. We have a 4-window schoolie. So a lot of the bigger buses, like the 5 windows with the handicap seating, they have another like 3 feet, 4 feet, maybe even 5 feet on us. So they have access to storage space like this inside their bus. If you have a smaller rig, a smaller bus, a smaller van, but you have a good mount, it does require a body mount. Actually mounted to your bus, it does require like a quality mount. But if you do have access to a good mount, you know, this is something I would recommend, especially if you need more space. You know, there's 2 of us that live in this bus with 2 dogs. We had a lot of stuff. We had to downsize pretty big to get into our schoolie. So this gave us a little bit more wiggle room to not get rid of as much stuff. So at the end of the day, the StowAway2 is a product I would recommend. They didn't pay for this. I wish they did, because it is pretty expensive. I talked about it in the putting it together portion. It's really easy to put together. Obviously, we haven't had any problems in 1,000 miles, so I don't see anything going wrong. There's not much that can go wrong with it. It's a pretty straightforward project. But yeah, that would be my review, putting it on, and a review by accident of the StowAway2 on our schoolie. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for checking out the video. If you guys want to know anything about it, feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that people on YouTube tell you to do. If you don't, we don't care, because we're doing this for fun. But hopefully we'll see you guys out there sometime. Have a good rest of your day.